Hey, what's up guys, I'm Bulkan playing Fishing Planet, and today I'm doing a grinding video at Everglades, Florida. Please check the description for some more information and timestamps so you can skip through the video easier. I already have one which is about grinding bass at Everglades, Florida, but it was done way back when the new bite system was not introduced yet. So I'm redoing it with the new effects that this new patch brought in the game and kind of made it harder to grind for experience and money. So anyway, things are kind of similar, but at the same time not that much. There are some big differences too. So I want to do the grinding at night time. Any peak hours at night are good, with some good chances of catching even some uniques, which is real exciting. So over here, for instance, 9 o'clock, first 2-3 hours are pretty good. And even if I keep fishing, you see, even over here, first 5 hours pretty good, really. Same thing, it's the same weather actually. 2 hours here, 3 hours here, and there is a third one which I don't see, I don't have in my forecast, but I think it looked very similar to this, but it's kind of mirrored. It was more on the back end, the peak hours. So you get the idea. I just want to fish it at night, peak time, so I can skip from night to night without any cooldown issues. That's all it is. The setup I'll be using is essentially a 4.5 kilogram setup. It's a feeder rod, all around 390. The reel is a Spiro MLR 2000, line 4.5 kilogram test fluoro with sinker 50 grams. I do have a barbless hook, 3 octopus. It costs 2 bait coins, I think, but it's totally worth it. It gives me 20% more experience. Shiners for bait. Best results I get with the shiners, really. And the last thing is over here, the titanium leader is the weakest I can buy. It's a 5 kilogram, but the reason why I have it on is because of the Gars. Some of the bigger Gars can really chew through the mono leaders, and I end up losing the hook, the fish, and the bait. So it's a kind of very much a lose situation if I'm using a mono leader and I hook a bigger Gar. So I'm kind of forced into it. I'm using this just in case if I get a bigger Gar. And lastly, if I want to use a rod stand and multiple rods, I have to bring something that's a pod style, like this, like this, like this one, all those that are kind of stake type will not work at Florida. That's the problem. So if I bring anything like this or like this, it's not gonna work. So I have to watch out and bring something more like that if I want to use multiple rods. And that's it, guys. So let's go and do some fishing finally. The spot I like the best is over here at the lily pad channel, just because it has the largemouth bass and the gar, which are mixed together. But if I go over here at night time, I usually end up catching some uniques also, so it's not a bad spot at all. I like casting it anywhere from the in front of the lily pads up to the left, but let's say I cast it over here. This most probably is where I'll do it. It's about 28-30 meters. All right, 27 meters. So that's one place I'll cast it. Another and of course you can try different spots. If you know different spots that work for you, absolutely do it. No problem at all, whatever works for you. But from what I've tried, also here I can end up catching some of the unique bass and also the gar somewhere in between these lily pads. So let's see how far it is. 18-20 meters maybe. So that's another possible spot, and I'm kind of done with this spawn spot, the lily pad channel. If things dry up here, I'll go over here at the infinity tunnels and cast it somewhere between 40 and 50 meters, kind of in the middle, really. That's what I like. Looks like it's in the middle somewhere there in that sleeve of water, that channel. So let's say 45 meters, and unfortunately over here I may end up catching some of the channel catfish, which is the fish I don't want. It's the fish that I desire the least, but I may end up catch it, so it is what it is. But this is a nice good bass over here, some trophies and even a unique during nighttime. And the last place, if those those two dry up and there is nothing else happening, just to fill up some of the time so I'm not sitting idle, I'll go here at the salty delta. This is the last resort for me. I'm gonna turn to the right and kind of cast it 50 meters out. It's this corner, there are some lily pads, it's kind of far, but this is where I can get some of the common red drum. I never end up catching a trophy red drum, which is a good news for me. A trophy will most probably snap this setup, the line, but this is pretty good distance. There are some nice good trophy largemouth bass during nighttime here, so that's my very last option. If there is nothing else, I'm idle, nothing else to do, so I'm gonna come over here and do some fishing. All right, I just moved my hours to 9 o'clock at the peak of the night, and there it goes, my first spot. This is where I like it most. After I cast it, I'm gonna clip my line, and I don't clip it if I have a rod stand, but holding it definitely helps. Let's see what's the first fish. Usually if I don't get any bites within 5 minutes in game, so I cast it at 21:01, by 21:06 if I don't get anything, kind of try a different place. Here it is. First fish is on, doesn't feel big, but sometimes it feels like it's nothing and it will turn out to be like a trophy or something like that. First fish, trophy largemouth bass, and you can tell I did get the bonus experience, and that's my goal. I want to get that bonus experience. I want to get as much experience as possible. I'm gonna keep it and keep doing this until the bites stop. Oh, there it is, a fish already is pulling on it. I hope it's something nice and juicy and big. Come on. So if I do a little side steps and the bill comes, you know, oh, there it is. Okay. That feels like a good trophy. So when fighting it, I really don't want to be reeling when the fish is pulling on it. So right now I just have to be waiting for it, and when I see my chance like that, when the tension is less, I'm gonna reel it in. That's part of fighting the fish. This may actually be a, let's see if it's a trophy or unique. So patience, that's part of getting more experience. There is no way going around it, guys. I really have to be fighting the fish more. The more I fight it, the better the experience is. That's how it is right now. Hey guys, this might be the first unique. That's a very nice good. It's keeping it nice and steady. It's pulling. So there it is. Alright, it's a unique. On top of that, I can keep it very close though. Look at that, 5 kilograms. So I'm very happy I can keep it. 614 experience and 744 credits. Now this with the premium is much better. This will be 900 experience, and this will be a little bit over 1,000. So good stuff. Alright, so there is no movement here. Again, it kind of died off, so I'm gonna go to the other spot at this point. Okay, fish is on, and it's not a channel catfish, so perfect. Again, it feels like another trophy. Nice. So this spot is feeling very nice tonight. That's 2 trophies in a row now. It is very weird. I keep holding my rod up and oh, whoa, this actually is big. Let's see. I doubt it I'll end up catching a second unique that fast, but you never know, man. Never know. It's getting here, it's getting. There it is, guys. Coming closer. 7 meters. Come on. Let's see. Alright. Another unique. Oh my lord. This is very lucky because it's barely under 5 kilograms again. 2 uniques. Very close to each other. This feels very lucky. I really had to fight it quite a bit, but again, very good experience, guys. Nice. Alright, let's see how big this fish is. Maybe this is the last one, if it's a big enough trophy. So after fishing the 2 places, I'm kind of done. Most probably I didn't have to go and try the 3rd spot I talked about earlier where the red drum is, so that's the good news. But I was getting enough action, guys, so that's a very nice thing. And I'll tell you what else, I didn't catch a single gar, I didn't catch a single channel catfish. This is extremely lucky in my book. Usually I end up catching some of those, so there you go. And it's a nice good trophy. Now checking what the Fishkeeper looks like, it's 9 fish with a reward of 4,000. Now guys, this is not a real representation of what average will be. So, and the reason why is I do end up usually catching maybe a couple gars at least, a channel catfish, and that kind of brings down the experience and the reward. So this night was extremely successful for me with 2 uniques, and let's see, 1 2 3 4 trophies, and on top of that all of the fishes a largemouth bass. So again, this is not going to be the norm. In most cases it's going to be about 3200 to 3500 reward, and of course a little bit less experience. But I'm gonna move the hour so I can see what the experience looks like in this particular case with 25 kilos total weight and 5 kilograms per fish max. So XP 1900, and again it's that seems to be on the high end because of the two uniques. It's not going to be the case when I usually do it. This is extremely good night. Again, I'm gonna say this, but I, from what I've tested so far and I did so far, it's more about it, like 1200 XP per night. So guys, don't get hung up on this with one rod. And if you have premium, I mean, of course the results are much better. So I'm gonna do now fishing with two rods and a rod stand and 50 kilogram stringer to see what that looks like. Okay, first fish is on, actually on two of them. I'm gonna pick up the other one too. Alright, this one is not gonna give me too much fight, which is not a bad thing at this point, because I really wanna pick up the other one and reel it in as fast as possible too. Look at that, that's getting very violent on the other side. I'm in danger there of losing a leader and a hook if I let it go for too long like that. So that may happen depending on what I have hooked. Oh wow, look at that. A trophy butterfly peacock. This is very rare, man. Let's see, what is this one? Oh, it's a gar. It is a gar, guys. It might be a trophy, so it's fighting a little bit. Let me reduce my reel speed to 2, so I should be able to reel it in. Oh, nice. It already went almost 40 meters away from me, so I have to. I'm gonna do the same thing like I did with the bass. Just be careful not to reel when the fish is pulling. Maybe I can walk towards it here. Come here, baby. Here it is. Alright, this one is almost 9 kilos and 468 experience with plenty of bonus experience again. So 720. You can tell the difference between the bass and this one. Definitely the bass more money per kilogram, but I'm gonna keep it, man. This is still good money and still good experience. So there it is. I was lucky enough to get a unique Florida gar. So one advice, guys, if you notice that if you're doing multiple rods and you notice you hooked a bigger gar on one of those, I suggest you try to reel that one first, because leaving it on the rod stand, you may end up losing the leader with the hook. This is what the Fishkeeper looks like after using two rods with a rod stand, and I did this time all 3 spots. I ended up even catching one trophy butterfly peacock bass, which was a surprise, but it did happen. On spot number 3, I did get 2 red drums. I missed out on one. It basically snapped my leader and I lost the hook and the fish and the bait. So most probably doing multiple rods on that 3rd spot is not a good idea because of that particular reason. And if I hook 2 red drums at the same time, it's kind of hard to fight it. But like I said, it's somewhere between 200 and 300 experience, so it's not too bad in terms of experience. Money, it's kind of in the middle. It's not bad, it's not good. It's a chunkier fish, so it takes a lot of room. Overall, meh. I did get a unique gar and also a unique largemouth bass. I don't think I got any of the Channel Catfish, which is very good news. In total, look at this, 6,500 in one night. Took me, what's the time now? It took me about 3 hours in game to do 50 kilos with 2 rods, and I missed out on a red drum, but it's not too bad. I want to see what the experience is exactly when I move the hours, and the experience is about 2,500. So yeah guys, it's a little bit better. So that's more like it. If I have a 25 kilogram net with me, split this in half, about 1,200 1,300. That looks more like it as an average. And this, if you split this in half again, like 3,200 3,300. So yeah, this is a little bit a better representation, not like the very first time I did with one rod fishing. So that's all guys. I hope you find this somewhat helpful. Please check also the link in the description. I'll put a link about experience needed for each levels. So this one pretty much is enough to go from level 18 to 19. The difference I think is about 2,500, but you can check your level and how much experience you need. It kind of shows it there. It's got a good table about it. I'm Bulkan. Good luck to you guys. Cheers and take care.